Hi there. I'm your host, Corinne, and this is Okay, But Are You Good? Where we check in on ourselves on a weekly basis to see how we're doing. Are we living our best lives or are we just trying to get by? I totally had a crash out this week. It's just there's so much going on, and then you got to keep showing up and doing the same thing over and over again every day. And I was just having a little moment, the gremlin came out. For those who actually know me, it's like my hanger child. I got really hungry, or I waited too long to eat. Anyways, this is a big week for me because the LA Marathon is finally here. Yay! This is something I've been working on for like 5-ish months, and I can't believe it's here. And it's crazy because, as I keep saying, this isn't something I ever thought I'd be working towards, and then I just started doing it. It's actually a shout out to my husband's cousin who was like, hey, let's run the Fort Worth Marathon. And then that's how I started training for the LA Marathon. I am not running the Fort Worth Marathon. But anyways, running and training has been extremely challenging and scary. And you really have to stay motivated, stay disciplined, and just like stay focused, because running is very, very hard. There's so many like aspects to it of like pre-running, like what you got to do while you're running, and then post-run. It's like a job almost. There's so much that goes into it. And I feel like if I didn't have my routine, didn't have this motivation to keep going, like when things get hard, I mean, my whole motivation quote has been like, you can do hard things. Like, you can do this. Don't give up. So this week, we're going to talk about how it's not only motivation that keeps you going, it's that structure, the routine, the focus. It's really wanting to do something for yourself and not for others. And I think that's why I've really enjoyed this, because running is a solo sport. I like doing things on my own because there's less pressure to keep up. I did play volleyball for 6 years and I loved it. That's where I met like my best friend in the whole world. Shout out M. And I do miss volleyball, but like, there's pressure. You got people counting on you. Running is just yourself. So it's all up to you, and it's how you are going to show up for yourself. And I just can't believe it's here, because I've had so many people be like, are you sure you can do that? You're not really athletic. You're not built for this. You have to train. Like, you actually have to work towards this. And I'm like, yeah, like I am a very motivated person, and my haters motivate me more. So thank you for those who did not believe in me to be able to do this. I really want to say something else, but I like to keep this clean. So just use your imagination. But as I've mentioned so many times, like having structure and a schedule and things to look forward to and like knowing what to expect really, really helps my mental. So I think that's why my training schedule was so great, because I knew what I had to do every day in all the weeks leading up to this weekend. Like, this is crazy. Running or just working towards something. This episode's going to be a lot about running. Like, sorry, not sorry, but this is this goal I've been working towards for so long. So it is what it is. But this has been something like I've never had to work at something so consistently before that I can think of. So this is really good to like test my boundaries, test like what I can do. Actually, I take that back. I did work really hard to get on junior guards, which is like junior lifeguards. A lot of people do it where I'm from. We live by the beach. You're going to have kids training to be lifeguards, or just like, I don't know what you want to call it. But it was the most fit I've ever been in my life, because you're running, swimming, working out for 4 hours Monday through like Friday. That was back in like 8th grade. So it's been a minute since I've taken that. But, we were just working out and working hard. I wouldn't say my goal was to be a lifeguard, but it was a thing we all did in my hometown. So, and that took discipline. And in the beginning, of this whole training program. It was exciting. It was fun being like, yeah, I'm working towards this goal. And in the middle, like it was easy, you know, trying to just get my bearings a little bit in the beginning. And then you hit the middle and you're like, why am I doing this? This is so hard, especially with the holidays and in the midst of travel. Like a year ago, me telling you that I got like a day pass to gym just to get my miles in, and I like missed my cousin's party. Like I wouldn't have believed you, but I've been so focused on conquering this goal and working towards it and not slacking because I'm not the fastest runner out there. That is not my goal for this. My goal is to just do this marathon and see how it goes. And maybe it's the last one, but I don't think it will be. We'll see how it goes. And I think like going back to the middle of like this of your goal, and it's so easy to lose motivation, but you have to stick towards it. You have to keep going, because what was the point of even starting this? And if you stop midway, you're just gonna beat yourself up about it, overthink it. Maybe you'll worry like, okay, am I ever going to be able to accomplish anything? Like, yes, you will. But I had to keep going because I want to be able to tell my future self, my future family, like, hey, your mom did this with their dad if we ever have kids. And like, that's awesome. Like, not that many people will ever run a marathon in their life. You don't need to run a marathon to accomplish things, but this is my goal. This is what I have worked towards. Only my sister and my cousin that I know in my family have run this. So it's exciting to be added to that list. And there's so many times in this where like I didn't think I could keep going. I just got injured. I was like back to back. I hurt my left knee and then I hurt my right knee, and then I had to take a break, and I was like, oh my God, the marathon's so soon. Like, what if I can't run after all this time? And it's very important to listen to your body and know what you have to do, because I was at like a standstill of like, okay, like I could run, but I'm going to be in pain, and then I really won't be able to run my marathon. So I just had to like really focus on resting and getting enough sleep. And I think like it was kind of just from stress and overworking myself. And I didn't give up because I had to look out for my best interest of like, what's going to get me to this end goal of completing this marathon in the 6.5 hours. That was my goal. It wasn't like run it in a shorter amount of time. Like maybe next time. We're working one thing at a time. And with running, with having a goal that only affects you, you are the one driving that ship. You're the one that on those days you don't want to get up and go run 17 miles, because who wants to do that? Not really me. Like, I feel like I could run a good 12 and I'll be good. Like, that in itself sounds crazy, because just running 2 miles sounded crazy just 5 months ago. So, go me. As I've always said, you have to be your own cheerleader. You have to be your own motivator, because everyone out here is looking out for themselves. They're not necessarily looking out for you. So if you're not showing up for yourself, if you're not trying to meet your goals, then you're never going to accomplish anything. You're never going to get anywhere. If you're so focused on what everyone else is thinking, what everyone else is doing, your life is not going to change. And this has just motivated me and let me know, like, it's important for me to have something in my life that I'm working towards. You know, when I was in school, it was to graduate and do something in psychology. I thought I was going to be a therapist. I'm not. And that's okay. But I think like you're in school for so long, if that's the route you chose, and then it's like, okay, once you're done and you get a job, like, but for so long, it was like working towards like continue on to the next grade. So I think once I got out of that and I was just working, it was like, okay, what's something I can do outside of my job that keeps me going and is just for myself? And that is running this marathon that's finally here. And what's helped me stay focused and disciplined in this is having already structured morning and night routine, my daily habits. And it's so true that like once you do stuff enough and you build that habit, it just becomes routine. Routine is so important. So I think that's why everyone's routines and day-to-days look different. You need to build that schedule that works for you, that lifestyle you want, because that's how you're going to get to the end goal of like how you want your life to look, how you're going to be happy. And that at the end of the day, that's always what I've been working towards, just being a happy person who loves herself. And I have to be able to love myself and be happy with myself, because at the end of the day, all we have is ourselves, really. You have your loved ones and your friends and whoever else, your acquaintances in life. But at the end of the day, you really only have yourself. So that's why having these solo goals like help so much. They help me. So I hope they help you too. Sure, you can hear in my voice, like I'm so excited. I feel so accomplished and like I'm so ready to cross this off my list of like running a marathon, getting that medal. And it's in like my hometown of LA. And it's going to be really hard. And I'm really scared, but I'm really excited. It's going to feel so good reaching that goal that I've been working towards and just feel accomplished and just working on the next thing. And this is your reminder to do hard things, to step out of your comfort zone and to stay focused and disciplined, because it's not only motivation that keeps you going, it's your structure, it's yourself. So take this week to think about something you want to work towards. Think about something that you've been scared to do and do it, whether that's for your physical, mental, just pure enjoyment, anything. I chose running. It's very hard. And I didn't say I'm the best at it. So again, try something new, get out of your comfort zone and work out a plan that works with your schedule, and you'll be able to accomplish anything. Because at the end of the day, we just people living our best lives. Thank you so much for listening in. Can't wait to fill you all in on the marathon. And make sure to ask yourself, okay, but are you good? I'll catch you all next week. Make sure to like and subscribe.